Okay, this is the first presentation, right? Okay, would you introduce yourself? You first. What is your name?
I am Hannah. I am Angela.
Angela?
I am Lima.
Lima?
I am Liam.
Yeah.
I am Benny.
I am Jonathan.
Jonathan?
I am Lucy.
Okay. Okay, everybody, what is your topic?
Ruby Bridges goes to school.
Okay. First presenter, are you ready? Yes? Okay, let's do it. Can you move a little bit? Okay.
A long time ago, some people thought that black people and white people should not be friends. So white people and black people couldn't live in the same neighborhood. They couldn't go to the same restaurant. Also, they couldn't go to the same school. When Ruby Bridges is in first grade, she should go to the school for white children. But white people yelled at her to go away. By the way, Mrs. Henley teacher was kind to her. Parents of the white children made them not to go to the school. Months and months go by. They came back to the school and finally she got some friends to play with. Ruby Bridges overcame segregation. I think Ruby Bridges was amazing. Some people believe disabled people and put them down and ignore them. There are not many facilities for the disabled. I was ashamed that some people think the handicapped people are different and some people consider them as bad people. This book, Ruby Bridges Goes to School, is about the story that Ruby Bridges had experienced in her life. In 1960s, the segregation was severe. At that time, white people and black people couldn't live in the same neighborhood. They couldn't take the same bus together because of the segregation. It is not imaginable for us in this time. I think Ruby Bridges must be very hard. Fortunately, she had Miss Henry, who is kind and takes good care of her. Thanks to her, Ruby Bridges could overcome segregation in her school. In these days, we can see segregation around us. I have had a friend who had a different skin in my class before. Sometimes my classmates in my class bullied her because of her appearance. When I saw it, I felt bad, but I couldn't help her, so I felt guilty. If it happened again, I would help her willingly.
This book is a story about Ruby Bridges go to school for white children and had experienced segregation in real in 1960 when segregation was severe. Ruby Bridges, what I thought.
Excuse me, Liam, put your paper a little bit down. I want to see your face. Keep going.
Ruby Bridges, what I thought after reading this book was that Ruby Bridges wouldn't have a whole life and Mrs. Henry seemed so nice. We can also see segregation in my country. Most people in Korea prefer white people to black people.
Especially
Especially we dislike black teachers more than white teachers in English academies. So I will try to make people to know the seriousness of the segregation.
The book
hey,
Ruby
hey, could you move a little bit? Right, okay.
The book Ruby Bridges Goes to School is a real story of Ruby Bridges, which
Could you
shows
speak
how,
louder? I can't hear you.
which shows how segregation was so severe in the 1960s when black people can't be in the same place as white people. Ruby Bridges could know how Ruby Bridges overcame segregation. Ruby Bridges overcame segregation with the help of the teacher Miss Henry and many people. I think Ruby Bridges is French for dealing with segregation. A university in Korea does not have facilities for the disabled. There are no ramps for wheelchairs, and the disabled are given 20 minutes to test. But KAIST has never done it. There is heavy discrimination in the school. Some children say that boys and girls are different. Also, they say that boys and girls cannot play together. I hope discrimination all disappear like this.
In 1960s, a black child, Ruby Bridges, went to school for white children when there was heavy segregation. But white children didn't want to go to school with black children. But her teacher, Mrs. Henry, liked Ruby Bridges. She had to study alone with her teacher. Months and months go by. What friends came back. Ruby Bridges felt good because she made many friends. She was grown up and she visited many schools to tell her story. After reading this book, I thought that Ruby Bridges is truly great. She overcame the many people hate Ruby Bridges. I think segregation is too cruel. I think it is lucky to have less segregation before. But we can still see discrimination in my time. Most of all, I feel so sad that it is ashamed for people to discriminate the disabled.
Okay, I think your sound is very sad. Okay, your voice is a little bit upper sound, chilly. Okay.
When segregation was severe, black people are not allowed to go to the same school, restaurant, bathroom as white people. White people yelled at the black kid Ruby Bridges to get away from my neighborhood. But Mrs. Henry was so kind to her because she didn't have discrimination to anyone. When she grew up, she and Mrs. Henry met again in the TV show. I don't think that segregation is natural. Of course, all people should not treat other people differently. However, segregation happens until now. After reading this story, I will try to be like Mrs. Henry. There were many people who look down on the disabled, make them not to be able to go at work. They hesitate to be with the handicapped. Also, they give harsh and harmful oaths. I realize that they treat them with a bad behavior. They are the same person as us. I don't understand that people act like that.
Okay, everybody line up. Line up. Okay. Over. I cannot see all. Everybody. Okay, attention. Bow.